Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, in this chapter, we will talk about assessing reading skill in students. So, the aims of this course, and you can learn about the efficient readers too. Okay, so as students, when you face a reading text, then you need to decide first the purpose. What kind of activity that we will discover in this text. Okay, so we have our own purpose. Every reading text has their own specialty and has their own purpose for the readers to be read, or especially after they read it. And as the readers, we have to be wise to decide our purpose. Okay, what we will do about this text. Okay, and especially as the course will show you how to take into the second language learner purpose for reading text. And in this book, the references are taken from CEFR. What is it? It is Common European Framework of References. The references is come from European framework. So in here we are provided by some kinds of reading text, and we have to decide what kind of reading text is that, and it belongs to what kind of level. For example, the beginner text of reading is different with the intermediate level. Okay, what is the differences? Okay, we will see from the example, because in CEFR here provided some example for assessment tasks. Okay, until this part I hope you understand about this brief introduction. And next, assessing reading is of central importance to every classroom teacher. What kind of every subject needs reading. It will provide both input for novice and help the more experienced teacher to revise basic principles of them and writing guidelines for assessing reading. How efficient readers construct meaning. Okay, how we construct meaning is depends on students' literacy, depends on students' level, and as a reader we have to be efficient to construct meaning from the text. The second topic will help you familiarize with yourself with some CEFR scale of description in order to understand the target level. Okay, we come to the first topic, introduction to assessing reading. Okay, the point is that as a reader we have to be efficient. Students need to be an efficient readers. What they can do when they face a reading text. Okay, and in here they read various texts and what they have as a resource to draw on. Efficient readers can imply the meaning of a text, and this is the efficient readers have is about the text itself, the example of the text, the sample of the text, and in here and it usually is provided by the teacher, and inefficient readers can do about the text in here. Okay, so it is purposefully you have to know your student first, whether your student's level is beginner, then the text here is not really difficult for them, and it depends on their level. The outcome of the text interpretation very much depend on our purpose. Purpose. As a teacher, we also have purpose. What we want our students to do, what we want them to do about the text, or we need for example, if we want to know their level of language capability, we have to so we will do what is it we will provide what kind of text that they need, that we need to assess them. Okay, the activity 2 here, there are some reading skills. What do you think is them involved? And I have provided the number here is in here. For example, we have to make a what is it for example, this one predictive skill, it is for number 4 in here. Before reading, we have an idea what is in the text, blah 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 blah, and this is predictive skill. Okay, you can look the detail by yourself and understand it. There are 6 in here. Yeah. And reading is a receptive skill, but readers need to be very active as they typically engage in two process. The first, top-down process, and the second is bottom-up process. Activating their background is the top-down process. So when we face a reading text and we read the title, for example, it is about a biological, and we have to search our background knowledge in relation with the title, so we can anticipate about the topic and main idea. We can predict what happened inside. Okay, that is the first strategy, and the second strategy is bottom up process. From bottom up, so it's based on the process of the visual input in the text, such as letter, word, sentence, to check their prediction. So we have to see the text fastly in faster. So for example, every paragraph we need to find the keywords or key sentence that time, and we have to find it fast. Okay, this is the activity. What kind of reading skill each of the above process associated with? This is the kind of reading skill. So there are many kinds of reading skill. Okay, match the following reading skill to top-down process: A, bottom-up process; B, or both. Yeah, for example, in here, identifying the sound symbol correspondent in English and its varieties. It is identifying the sound first. Identifying the sound is bottom-up. The symbol identifying first and bottom-up. Okay, this is B. Next, okay, watch the video in this link. Watch a short video. Okay, assessing reading. This is the base of your learning material, the base. Assessing reading. You can revise some of the issues we have dealt with so far and here about some useful guidelines for tasks designed to prepare for the next task. Then topic 2, reading skills and the CEFR. Okay, reading skill, familiarization of the CFR level. This is to indicate the level. Different text indicates different level. We want to measure. It is typically related to one of the performance level of the Common European Framework of Reference. Okay, next, we have a kind of many kinds, not a kind, many kinds of level. And for example, the candidate can understand condition limitation, okay, severe level, beginner 1, beginner 2, beginner 3, okay, as you know, A1, A2, A3, B2, C2, okay, and this is the lower to the higher. And we say that this is the beginner 1, this is beginner 2, this is advanced 1, this is advanced 2, this is intermediate 1, and this is intermediate 2. Okay, let's say something, we can make a equalization with our standard. This is a kind of paragraph. The reading text is is only one paragraph. This one, okay, there are many paragraphs. The candidate can understand what? If the candidate can understand every paragraph, yeah, every paragraph is here first, every paragraph first, not the whole text. For example, in a text we have 7 or 8 paragraphs, then the readers or the candidate can indicate in every paragraph first, straightforward factual text, everyday material, letter, brochure, short document, blah blah blah. And if the students can do this, the level is what? Okay, let's see in detail. Everyday material, the material is letter, brochures, short official documents. Okay, this is easier than long what is it, long text. And the level, it is dedicated for a beginner level, I think. The text on familiar, concrete matter, short sample text, routine, personal, and business letter and facts. The topic is about our personal activity, for example, or simple advertisement. This is much more higher level for this is a higher level than what is it? Let's see this one, letters, brochure, yeah, or short official document. When readers can understand this one, then his level is higher than this one, yeah. And next this is let's see in the number 6, correspondence relating to field to interest. Okay, is specific field, and however this is the highest level of reading text, the highest level of reading text. So when I provide you with in TOEFL, for example, there are some kind of topics just like science, biological, or biography usually, yeah, then it is the highest level of reading. If you can understand that, then it's okay. Just imagine that in TOEFL we have this kind of text, yeah, letter process. It is easier to understand, and it is do not indicate your level of proficiency. This is the sample reading test 1, the sample. Okay, there are many sample in here, and the students need to answer or need to decide whether the statement here is true or false. Okay, this is the source, sample reading text, and it is, yeah, reading text 2, and so on and so on. Topic 3, technique for assessing reading. Okay, this is interesting, guys. In order to design appropriate reading text, appropriate reading test, in order to design appropriate reading test, yeah, we need to consider different test formats. Okay, what kind of test? So this is about designing a test for assessment, Designing a test for assessment. Guidelines for designing specific task type to assess reading. Receptive task. Multiple choice. Yeah, in reading we have multiple choice, true false statement, matching tasks, or sequencing tasks. Okay, in here the tasks can be the same in every level, but the difference is the level of the the level of the text. In beginner until intermediate, beginner and advanced and intermediate, they have the same kind of activity. They do multiple choice, they do true false statement, matching or sequencing attacks. But in here the difference is the level of the text, the vocabulary there, how the idea are built there. So as a teacher, we need to read first and we need to decide, is this text appropriate for our students or not. Okay, just follow this activity. This will guide you as a good teacher. What kind of guidelines? Blah blah blah, multiple choice question, true false, blah, blah. If you have limited or no experience is designing task type. Okay, just follow this. I have give example here. For example, unit include minimum one distractor. This is 4.D. Sequencing tasks. Unit to include minimum 2 distractors. This is also point D. Distractor must relate to the text content too. This is the statement for true false statement. Yeah, true false assignment. This is only for your to make you understand better about this kind of activity. Multiple choice, okay, matching and sequencing. There are 4 kind of activities in here. And productive. Okay, we have receptive, and after recept we produce. The students, we are students as a student. Require learners to produce language of their own, and therefore such tasks are considered to be more communicative because they elicit direct performance from the test takers. Activity 2. What kind of guidelines? Okay, this is for productive skill. We have task type like this, short answer question, gap filling, informative answer, and summary writing. The summary writing here is on the on the last assignment or the last task type, because this is the most difficult. It involves a very complicated things. you need to manage your mind, you need to manage your information about the content, and you have to say it by your own words. In fact, you only face a blank paper to produce, and you have to fill by your idea there. The answer key is provided in the indicate answer section. Activity 3. Just follow this activity. Okay, if you follow every activity here, I'm sure that you are able to make a conclusion, you are able to make a comment, opinion, or summary about this chapter of every chapter in this book, if you follow every step, okay, you have your own idea. And if we are 30 persons, automatically there are 30 idea or 30 opinion, because opinion, someone's opinion with the others for sure will be different. Task 2. Informal assessment of reading in language classroom. Informal assessment. Yeah. Do you understand how this book works? If you understand, then this will be a good lesson for a language teacher. Activity 4. Evaluating and designing reading text. Evaluating and designing reading text. Okay, if you understand how this book works, it's only, I have explained it in previous chapter, it's only give a little description and very short, or practical activity is provided here, and the theory is only, if you think that the theory here is not enough for you, then you can add by another sources of language assessment. For example, if you want to assess a beginner level of their reading text, then you need for the theory of the psychological condition of beginner level, for example. Okay, this is the example of the text. Okay, it just this, what is it? Example of activity, the example of activity in comments. Just follow all the activity in here, and I'm sure you will understand. If you do not follow in here, only depending on my explanation, and it is not understood. It is not easy to be understood, because the author of this book need the readers to do this to be a good English teacher. Okay. Example. Designing a reading test task. Example again. The theory is only a little theory in here. I will not explain all of them, because we have the same material, and the material I have given the material to you, and we have the same material. I need you to find what happened in this what is it, in this theory, and in this exercise, because I, as a lecturer here, I cannot see all what the author mean by conveying this text, by conveying this. So I need your help to see what happened in this chapter, what happened in every chapter of these books. Okay guys, and I need you to present it later. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.